The advanced cell class was a class when I came here that was taught by a previous professor, and it was and continues to be one of those that has a lot of in-depth content that's really hard to visualize. The first year I actually sat in on the class, and then I took tile, and then that's where I kind of really got some good hints into how to use active learning techniques, and Jigsaw was one of the ones that came up that I saw that I thought might work particularly well for this course because of the amount of content that you have to get into, but where my focus really was on hoping the students could have a little bit more of a role in their own learning and then taking that knowledge to the next step.
Mike's class was probably one of the first ones where I was forced to do an assignment from the textbook and actually understand a given amount of pages. So I became a critical thinker. It made me see that there's so much value in learning it in a different way, and that I actually understood the concept so much more than a ton of facts.
What Jigsaw allowed me to do was to have the students learn on their own, become an expert in a small portion of the unit, that they could then teach that part to the other students. And in doing so, they learned how to communicate, they learned how to be an expert in a relatively small portion of the science, and then communicate and understand the broad aspects of the rest of the science.
This style of learning really impacted how I teach, and it really made me take my learning a step up, so I try to do the same with my students.
When they have their different portions of the chapter that they have to learn to teach each other, I have a worksheet for each of those different portions. So all the different groups have their own individual worksheet that relates to their portion of the chapter. I think one of the important aspects is to give them time to really think about it, to discuss it with their groups, and have time to debate with each other, whatever it might take. And so if I'm walking around, I'm kind of listening, I'm interjecting, and between all the groups there and my clarifying things, we get to the actual right application and answer. So I think it really results in the students being able to apply the material rather than just regurgitate the facts.
The whole process from start to finish of having the worksheet and then making a summary and teaching my group made me see that learning can be so much deeper, and that now I know that material for life.
All the students out there have the capability of contributing to their own learning if they have the framework.
It's just a really cool thing because kids need to build confidence, and that's how you build a lifelong learner.
I love seeing students thrive. There's a lot of other things I could be doing, but this is where my calling is, and I really love the idea that I've given them this empowerment to take over their own learning, and they really do get the confidence, and that's why I'm a professor.